everybody, welcome to Love Talk. Today on Love Talk, we have Zurass with us. Zurass is a dancer, become dancehall artist, and we're looking to understand his career and see what he's going on with. Zurass, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, and thank you for acknowledging the platform and blessing our platform, you know?
Right.
So first of all, before we get in, we're going to allow the audience to know who you are. How did you get the name Zurass?
Well, Zoo is short for my whole name, my real name. So everybody just call me Zoo, for short, my whole life. And then the Rass came from, because I'm a Rasta, so just meshed the two together.
All right. So what is your real name?
Zoo. I don't want to disclose it to everybody just yet. Zoo.
You don't have to disclose that if you want to. But speaking of your early years, I know you started off in dancing, but how did you get into? Was you displaying musical talents?
So when I was coming up, when I was a dancer, we used to always, back in my era, we used to always have like the songs to go along with the dances, So I grew up on a lot of like Ding Dong and Voicemail and Elephant Man and Beanie Man, just saying the dances, and we just follow. So me and my crew, we started, making our own dances, whatever the case may be. So we was like, yo, you know what? We just want to make some tune to go along with the dances or whatever the case may be, And I started playing around with the music, and I just took a liking to it, and I'm just like, yo, you know what? I think I want to do this opposed to being the dancer, and then I just went full-fledged on it.
Okay. And where in America are you from?
New York, NYC.
Okay. And you grew up there?
Yes.
All right. What part of New York?
Brooklyn.
Okay. Yeah. Brooklyn, show love. It's a Brooklyn way.
Yeah. Always. Big up Brooklyn.
All right. So at what age did you actually start dancing?
I've been dancing pretty much since I was like a kid. I can't really give you an age per se, but I want to say like I started like taking it like a little more serious when I got into high school. So probably about like 14, I want to say. I was around like 14 years old, we used to dance, me and my crew, and hype yards, big up. We used to just, we used to dance and go to the parties, and it was really just like the Caribbean culture from Jamaica, just doing it here, like in America and in Brooklyn and NYC. And we even had opportunities to even like dance alongside some of my favorite dancers and do platforms such as on Rotted TV. Any real dancer, they know what Rotted was to the Jamaican culture. We was like the first group from NYC to be featured on Rotted TV, So it was, it used to be a serious thing, like for real for me.
All right. So guide us. I mean, I know we're gonna go on to the music, but for now, just guide us through your career. Tell us your journey, your story about your dancing.
So basically, I linked up with like some longtime friends or whatever the case may be, and we still together. We just make the music now. So I had my DJ, that's like my best friend or whatever the case may be. One day we live in the same building, so it just so happens I'm walking out the building one day and I'm playing a song, and he's like, "What you know about that song?" I'm like, "What you know about that song?" A dancing tune, a song called Ruba Bounce. And then like a few days later, I just linked up with the crew. Shout out my boy Willis Love, he's my producer. My other boy Money L, he's also on the team. And we just practice. And before you know it, we was just doing like a lot of things. Like we danced with John Bling from Black Blingers. A lot of other people too. Marvin. I can't even like it's so much I can't even think on top of my head, but we was like I said, we was like in it like seriously, But I think me making that turn with doing the music or whatever, like we all slowly started to turn, and then we just like fully like converted over.
That's cool. So how did your first single come about?
All right, so my producer, right? So like I said, I was always like on songs, but we was on songs together, creating dances. So I probably had like a verse or a few bars or whatever, right? So my my first song come out. It's called it was called Not Follow Them, and this is 2011. So what happened was my producer, he was building like he built the rhythm. So when he built the rhythm, he had we had we had three songs on it. So he put out the rhythm with three songs, and I'm like, I want to get on it. It's not gonna be a dancing tune or nothing like that. I'm just gonna write some lyrics down, and I wrote it. And looking back on it, I just always laugh. Like it's just always so funny. Like how the song came about. But that's like the first like the first tune I made. Like that's how it came about.
And what was the reception from your family and friends hearing that piece?
It was like, oh, like that zoo. Like it was kind of like nobody would really think I would go that route, because if you was to ask me, like coming into like high school, that I think I was making music, I'd have said like, nah, probably not. Like when I was younger, I always dibbled and dabbled with rapping and stuff like that, but it wasn't nothing I took serious. It was just something for fun. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, it was kind of like everybody was like, oh, like, and then it was like me, you know, being a reggae artist like that. It took people more like, huh, So yeah,
All right.
it was real surprising.
So you've mentioned quite a few artist influence, but they were mainly for the dancing. So you was picking songs to dance to. When it
Yeah.
comes to the lyrical influences and the musical influences, are they the same? Are they the same artists?
Uh, yes and no. So what I would say is like some of my favorite artists I look up to now is my favorite artist is Conscience. Like everybody know, like everybody that know me, they know like Conscience is like my favorite artist. Like if you even look on the wall behind me, you probably can't see it, but I linked up with him a few times. I got a lot of pictures with him, opened up him a few times. Uh, but Conscience, Sean Paul, Shaggy, Vibes Cartel, Beanie Man. I love studying Baby Sham. I was a huge Red Rat fan when I was a kid. You know, those are like my real, like when it comes to Ding Dong as well. When it comes to like really like sitting down and studying certain things and aspects to better myself, those are like some of like my favorite Caribbean artists. And then I love like Jay-Z, Drake. I could go on and on.
Okay. And how is the dancehall music industry in America, specifically Brooklyn, right now? How is it being embraced? When you've gone into the music industry now, are you feeling welcomed? Are you because there's no stage shows going on at the moment? How is it for you?
It's pretty like a uncertain feeling, because nobody knows what to expect, especially with everything that's going on with COVID and everything like that, with the pandemic. But like it's a very, I would say it's a very weird space because of the times that we're in. But um for me, like I said, it's weird, but it's pretty good. Like I feel like, it's weird, it's pretty good. Like it's just like a lot of uncertainty. But I think like anywhere, any music industry or anything in general, like especially as creatives, we just have to find a way to just engage with people in different ways. Like I did a virtual concert last year in May. I recently shot a concert series. The first episode is actually available now. Um and like I'm just looking at different things to do. So it don't really matter. Like even if I was anywhere else in the world, like nothing is really the same. So I'm just doing certain things to bring the people them to me, opposed to me going out to them, because it's gonna be hard for me to get to them because of the time that we in right now.
All right. So how I do want to ask you before I get to that question. How is it? How was it for you? The virtual performances. How are they for you?
Okay, so I did two. So I did my own, because I usually do a concert every year in June. I do an annual concert or whatever. It's like a big concert, but I couldn't do it, this on 2020. So we did it. So we did a virtual one, and I did another one last December that was virtual as well too, that I was a part of. So for me, it has its pros and cons. Like I'll say the pros is like definitely I perform with a band, right? So me performing with a band, with nobody being there, it's kind of like the same thing with me just rehearsing, because we just rehearse, you know? So it's kind of like rehearsing with cameras on. You know what I'm saying? So I bring the same energy like when I rehearse as if I'm performing. So that wasn't really a big change for me. But what was like a con of it that kind of had me like a little like uncertain is like you're performing and I'm heavy on like crowd interaction. Like I tell the crowd to do certain things. I might go and like, touch the audience and stuff like that. So for me to say like, let me see our flags in the comments, or let me see some hand pump emojis, or everybody at home do this and do that. Like, I don't know if they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me that was like the biggest issue. Like I actually had my girlfriend actually screen record like majority of my concert that I did, like my own virtual concert, because I wanted to just see the comments. You can't see the comments once everything is gone. You know, you can watch back the video. So I'm like, yo, screen record this so I can see where I go on, you know? And I just seen the comments. I'm like, oh, people really was dropping flags and comments, stuff like that. But like I can't see. It's not like I got a TV in front of me. I got this, I got this
phone.
phone, like, and I'm so far away. So yeah.
So you have a new project, The Essence of Nature, coming out in July.
Yes.
Let us know what's going on with that.
All right. So basically, like we talked about earlier, my first single I ever put out, right? That was July 2011, right? So July 2021 is going to make 10 years since I've been making music, right? So the Essence of Nature, that's an acronym for 10, right? So that project is just going to be just 10 songs, and this is like my first, I want to say, like I got a good number of projects, but this is like my first like full length project that's gonna be for sale everywhere. Like I had a full length project before, but it was just a mixtape. This is gonna be like my first like album kind of like project, and it's something that I wanted to do just to commemorate my 10 years, So it's gonna be good vibes like on it, like for sure. Like um it's like I can't wait. I think it's gonna be my best body of work, like to this day, So July's coming out, and I can't wait. We actually gonna start rolling out the first single in June, and we're gonna roll out like I got two songs floating around that's out already. It Wasn't Me, featuring Willis Love, and With You featuring Willis Love as well. That's my producer. Shout out to him. Um, we got those two songs floating around already, and then we're gonna drop two more singles, and then give the people the full length project in July. So I think a lot of people is gonna love it and gravitate towards it. I got somebody working with me on my team, marketing wise and everything like that. So I think that it's gonna be a real good project, positive project. I cannot wait for the people to hear it.
I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Okay, so so you've got a project coming in July. What is the overall vision for zoorass?
The overall vision for me is just like, my main thing is just to keep on growing and expanding the fan base, and connecting with my supporters, and just keep on, like I said, keep on growing with the music, with my craft, helping others that's within the industry, no matter if it's songwriting or if it's songwriting, if it's just helping them roll out certain things, whatever the case may be that I'm doing, try to help them. Like, this is what I did. I think this probably help you out, So I definitely just say growing and just getting better and just improving the fan base and touching as much people as possible. One of my main goals in life, which I know might be very hard, but it's to try to meet every single supporter that like supports me like around the world. Like, even if I can't meet them in person physically, if I could connect with you some way, somehow, to just say thank you for supporting me, whatever the case may be, like I'm like, that'll be like phenomenal. Cause without them, I'm nothing.
All right, so you are something without anybody. From you have Jah, from you have God, and from you have love. You have everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, you'll always be something, no matter what. Okay. I know you call yourself Zurich, but you work with a band. Do you have a name for the band as a whole?
Nah, I don't really have a name for the
Yeah,
band.
that's
I
what I
just
was
got
thinking.
Yeah, I just got I think maybe like in the future, you understand? Like when I cause we kind of had like a little tour set up. We had like 5, 6 cities to hit before COVID happened, like in the States. We was gonna do DC, Maryland, we had talks about Cali, I believe. We had a few cities going, so I'm thinking like, we got to get a name going or something, because I want
Yeah,
our guys to get shine too, because I'm all about teamwork, and without them, and, it's not really, it ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nothing.
even though I'm the artist, and I got a drummer, and I got a piano player, and I got my DJ, like, if like without them, like they're just as important as me, and a lot of people probably don't see that, but they're very much important.
Well, as well, I mean, becoming a band as well, becoming a band, there's all different types of opportunities out there regarding production opportunities. Not a lot of people play with bands, so I'm sure it's not as easy to get a band involved in your music as it used to be. So I think there's marketing and investment opportunities there, marketing a band as well.
Right, and it's even crazy how the whole band thing came about, because like growing up, being so in tune with the Caribbean culture, I used to always love watching Sting and everything like that with the Caribbean artists, and you just see Rough Cut, the band, they just beating the one drop, and beating the band, the drummer just beating, and the piano playing everything, and the artists, they just vibing out, and I'm like, oh, this is wicked. And one time, one of my artist friends, shout out my boy Sharif Keys, he actually was doing a Christmas show a few years ago, 2018, and me and him had a song together on his album. So he said, "Yo, he bringing out some friends to come and do a little one too." So I came out, and I came on the stage, and the band just started playing, and I was just rocking with them. I was rocking with them, singing a verse, and the crowd was going crazy. Then I said, "Hold on, can I get one more? Can I sing something else?" And then I just started going, and like I went home that night with so much like adrenaline, and I'm just like, yo, this felt like I was at Sting or something. I was in Jamaica, and I'm like, yo, I gotta do a band, but like I kind of thought like, yo, this is gonna be hard. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, like, but I put out a post, and I found my drummer. Shout out to my boy E. You know, he was like a big fan of mine. It was like, yo, I didn't even know he did what he did. I'm like, oh really? So we just connected like that, and it was just, and I thought it was going to be tough, but listen, when I first met them, I sent them music. Our first rehearsal we had, it was probably like 3 hours. They got all the music down packed in like 90 minutes. Like 90 minutes, everything was down packed. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. So playing with a band now, for me, it's not really that hard. Even if I was to go and meet a new band, I feel like everything could be worked out in a few hours. Not like, all right, let's go on.
So you mentioned Sting. Are there any, when the world gets back to normal, are there any performances or stage shows that you're actually aiming for and saying, you know what, this is one stage show I definitely have to try my best to be on?
I wouldn't really say like any Pacific shows per se, but I would definitely love to like any type of place that got a good amount of people, any type of like little festivals or anything like that. I would love to do. But like for me in general, it's just like I just want to get back on the stage, because that's like that was one of my most favorite things to do, was perform. So it's like it doesn't, like, I'm not gonna say I'm just gonna perform anywhere, but I would just definitely love to just get back like in the mojo and just doing things. Like the last show I did in front of people was last summer, July 2020, and it was just something out here in NYC when they wanted to get people to vote. So they had a whole bunch of people out there, and I performed, and that was the first time I performed in front of a crowd in like 6 months, and it was only like 50 people, but it was just felt so like it just felt so good, and I'm just like, yo, I gotta get back. I'm like, yo, I gotta get back to this. Like, I just gotta get back. I gotta get back, you know. I actually just got booked for a show. Shout out to Ransom Entertainment from right here on NYC. They got some dope artists. I think you should check them out as well. But I just got booked for a show with them in July, actually, and it's gonna be a big outdoor experience. So that I'm looking forward to that because it's gonna be people I'm performing in front of, you know. So I've been looking back to get back on that stage, you know, nothing specific. If something was to come to me, you know, it'll be dope, you know. If I come to London, it'll be dope, you know. But I just want to get back on that stage, you know.
All right, good. If you could speak to anybody or be mentored or mentor anybody, who would it be?
Be like an artist mentor me?
Yeah, anybody. It doesn't have to be an artist. If you could be mentored by anybody or speak to anybody, who would it be?
Sean Paul.
Yeah, why?
No ifs, ands, or buts. Because one of my main goals, like, I'm a person that I love dancehall, right? So, like, I want the genre itself to just you know, be normalized, you know, like just elevate, you know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people, when they see, like, for example, they see Drake taking pieces of it or other artists taking pieces of it, they say, oh, the boy, him a coach of vulture and thing. Nah, I don't think that, you know. Let's elevate it, you know. Sean Paul's an artist. When I was a kid, I seen him just like, he was just an artist, but he was an artist from the Caribbean, and he had it to a mainstream light, you know. And for me, it was just like, yo, like, that's dope. You understand what I'm saying? And I studied so much of him and his career, like it's just crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So that's somebody I would really want to sit down and just like pick his brain. Like, I always say that, you know, like, big up Shaggy. I like Shaggy the same way, you know, but Sean Paul is like somebody that I really look up to. Dirty Rock is one of my top 5 most favorite albums of all time. And it's just like, what I see them do for the culture and for the genre of dancehall is like, I respect it like so much. And it's like, you know, that's somebody that I really respect and I really look up to. And if I could sit down and have a talk with anybody, make a song with anybody, anything like that, like, it'll just be him, you know?
And talking about collaborations, have you thought about any other collaborations?
Definitely. I have a few collaborations coming up on my project in July, you know, but big time collaborations always. I've been actually heavy in the past few months listening to music out in the UK, right? This group I would definitely want to collab with some artists in general. One group I love is Western out in the UK. Like, I love Western, you know, like, even to a point to where I was just sitting down watching all the interviews and stuff like that. Like, I'm a real big fan of Western. Like, I would love to do some work with them. Um, um, Kojo Funds, Sean Paul, of course, Shensia, Conscience, Beanie Man. I even go back to like even like I got a lot of R&B influences, even though I don't sing, but just me being fans of like R&B artists like Music Soul Child, A. Marie, Monica, Maya, like, it goes on and on. Like, if I was able to like just sit down and do a project and somebody say, hey, you get 3 to 5 features, oh man, it'll be crazy, like, for real.
Thank you for that. Before you go, there's my main question, which I ask every guest. Zurass, what is your message that you are sending to the world?
Positivity, man. Just positivity, growth, be yourself, you know. And I feel like everybody's put on this planet to do something, you know. And I feel like for me, it's just to like touch people, you know. It might be through the music, it might be through my words. You understand what I'm saying? It might be through my actions, but I just feel like for me, like, I'm such a good-hearted person. I'm not selfish, you know. And I just feel like that's one of just that's one of my main goals. Like, you know, like I said earlier, to see everybody that support me and just touch them and help other people. So I definitely think like my message to the world is just growth, positivity, success, man. You know, that's what I want everybody to have.
All right, so this is your opportunity to address your audience, to make sure you tell everybody where they can contact you, big up who you want, big up, announce what you want to announce. This is your free time.
All right, so I can follow me any anywhere you go, no matter if it's Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Just put in Zoorass, ZOORASS, ZOORASS. You know, Instagram Zoorass23. My official website zoorassonline.com. You can sign up. You can get all the alerts for everything. You know, I got the project coming in July 10, Essence of Nature. Look out for that. We rolling out some new singles coming soon. The concert series is out right now on my YouTube. Same thing, Zoorass23. Um, we got tons of music out right now. It wasn't me out now. Body Can't Lie out now. With You out now. You know, so you just go and put Zoorass on any platform, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and you just hear a whole heap of good vibes, you know? So, yeah, man. I think one more thing I want to say is too, behind the scenes, I'm actually releasing a book in October just to help other artists with tips and how to grow and stuff like that. Just a little guide that I feel like I've got a lot of experience. I've been doing this for a long time, you know. So I'm releasing a book in October, like, you know, around the last quarter of the year. I'm gonna drop a book for any upcoming artists, anybody that needs help. It's only about 40 pages, not that long. I think it's gonna help anybody, you know. That's something behind the scenes that I've been working on, you know.
That's excellent. That's exactly the type of thing we like to promote here. I wish you told me that earlier. But
I forgot because it's so much behind the scenes that I forgot about it. So
it
much
don't
behind
matter.
the scenes, I forgot about it.
You told me now. It don't matter.
Right.
And so what kind of chapters? What are the chapters like? What kind of book is it?
Like I said, it's kind of it's kind of like a guide to just like help artists do, you know, trying to reach um all their goals and just be most successful that they could be. I think a lot of people get confused when they see these big artists. They think like, oh, I need to be verified on Instagram. I need all these followers. I need this. I need that. But that's not really the case. Like you can have 1,000 hardcore fans, spend $100 a year on you, which is less than $10 a month, and you will have $100,000 revenue like per year. You know, so success over popularity. So we talk about a lot of that in the book. We talk about how to roll out you know, how you can roll out singles, albums, projects. We talk about copywriting. We talk about running different advertisements, marketing. Like it's real dope. It's only about 6 chapters, you know, about 40 pages, probably a little less than that, you know, but it's just something to get like artists' feet wet, even if you've been in it for a long time but don't really know what you're doing, whatever the case may be. I feel like I got a lot of experience and I could just, you know, and it's pretty much done, you know. I'm just going through you know, some other phases of it. But like I said, it's real behind the scenes, you know. But yeah.
I think that's amazing, and all the best with it. Please let us know when it's out, and I'll give it a read myself. And
Right.
obviously, we promote it if we can over here. All right.
Yes.
But you've been a brilliant guest. Thank you so much for being on the show. And that's it for today. But take care.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
You're most welcome.
If you would like to promote your music on Love Radio, please find us at www.luvradio.co.uk or email your MP3 to contact@luvradio.co.uk.